What if everything you believed about your cat's love for you was wrong, not slightly wrong, not a little off, but completely, fundamentally misunderstood? Because here's the question nobody wants to ask. When your cat curls up next to you at night, when it slow blinks at you from across the room, when it bumps its little head against your hand, is any of that actually love? Or is something else entirely going on? Stay with me, because the answer is going to change the way you see your cat. Forever, most cat owners are absolutely certain their cats love them, and honestly, that feeling makes sense. Cats are warm, they're soft, they choose to be near you. It feels like love, it looks like love. But animal behaviorists and scientists who have spent decades studying cats have quietly reached a conclusion that might be a little uncomfortable to hear. What most owners don't realize is that cats are not wired the way we think they are. They didn't evolve to bond with humans the way dogs did. They didn't spend thousands of years being selected for loyalty and emotional attachment. For most of their history, cats were solitary hunters, alone, self-sufficient. They didn't need anyone. So when your cat walks over and sits on your laptop, or meows at you at 3 in the morning, or kneads your belly like bread dough, what is actually happening inside that small, mysterious brain? That's exactly what we're going to find out. And I promise you, by the end of this, you won't be sad. You'll be amazed, because the truth is far more interesting than simple love. Let's start with something every single cat owner has experienced. The meow. Your cat looks up at you, opens its mouth, and makes that sound. And you immediately think it wants food, or attention, or it's trying to tell you something, which is all true. But here's the thing. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. They hiss, they chirp, they trill, they make all kinds of sounds. But the meow, that's almost exclusively reserved for humans. Researchers at the University of Sussex discovered that cats have essentially developed a special language just for us. They studied the sounds cats make and found that cats actually embed a subtle, high-pitched cry inside certain meows, a frequency that sits very close to the frequency of a human baby crying. And humans are biologically hardwired to respond to that sound. We can't help it. It triggers something deep and instinctive in us. So your cat isn't just asking for food. Your cat has learned over years of living with you exactly how to get a response from a human brain. It figured out what works, and it kept doing it. Something deeper is happening here. And it's not manipulation in a cold or cynical way. It's actually something remarkable. Your cat adapted to you. It paid attention to you. It studied you closely enough to learn how to communicate with you in a way that you would respond to. That's not nothing. That's actually extraordinary. But wait, because there's something even more revealing hiding in the way your cat uses its body. And this one genuinely surprised researchers when they first discovered it. You've probably had this moment. You're sitting quietly, maybe reading or watching something, and you look up and your cat is just staring at you, unblinking, calm. And then, slowly, it closes its eyes halfway and opens them again. Most people either find this creepy or adorable. But what's actually happening in that moment is one of the most intimate things a cat can do. In the cat world, a slow blink is the equivalent of lowering your guard completely. Cats in the wild don't close their eyes around potential threats. Closing your eyes means you trust that nothing near you is going to hurt you. So when your cat slow blinks at you, it isn't just being cute. It's telling you, I am not afraid of you. I feel safe here, with you. Scientists at the University of Portsmouth actually ran experiments where humans returned the slow blink to cats, even to cats they'd never met before. And in nearly every case, the unfamiliar cats were more likely to approach the researcher after a slow blink than without one. The cats responded to it. They recognized it. So that little moment you've shared 100 times with your cat, that silent exchange across a quiet room, that's real. That's a genuine signal being passed between two different species who found a way to say, I trust you without a single word. And this is where it gets interesting, because trust and love are not the same thing. And understanding that difference is what's going to completely reframe everything you thought you knew. Think about the last time your cat climbed onto your lap, circled around a few times, and then started that rhythmic pushing motion with its paws. Kneading, pressing its little paws in and out, almost hypnotically. A lot of owners find it endearing. Some find it slightly painful when the claws come out. But almost everyone has wondered, what on earth is it doing? Here's where the story gets emotional. Kneading is something kittens do when they're nursing. They press against their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. It's one of the first physical experiences of a cat's entire life. Warmth, comfort, safety, nourishment, all wrapped into that one motion. Adult cats shouldn't need to knead anymore. They're not nursing, they don't need that stimulation, but they keep doing it, and they do it. Most often when they feel profoundly comfortable and safe, when they're with someone they feel deeply secure around. What most owners don't realize is that when your cat needs on you, it is accessing one of the deepest, most primal feelings of comfort it has ever known. It's going back to the very beginning, and it chose to go there with you nearby. That's not nothing. That's actually something so tender it's hard to put into words. Now, let's talk about something slightly less tender and considerably more disturbing. The dead bird, the half-eaten mouse, the lizard placed with apparent pride on your kitchen floor. If you've owned a cat, you've probably experienced the specific horror of finding one of these offerings. And most people react with disgust, then confusion, then the same old explanation. Oh, it's showing me it's a hunter. Which is true, but it's only half the story. Here's the thing, cats in colonies, particularly mother cats, bring food back to their kittens, and to cats they consider family. It's a behavior rooted in care, in responsibility, in belonging to a group and wanting to feed that group. When your cat drops something at your feet, it isn't just bragging. On some level, it has categorized you as part of its inner circle. It looked at you and decided, this creature matters to me. This creature needs to be provided for. You are, in your cat's mind, part of its family unit. And this is how it takes care of family. Something deeper is happening here. Igya, a kind of love that doesn't look the way we expect love to look. It's not soft or graceful or cinematic. It's raw and a little gross. But the impulse behind it, that's as genuine as it gets. Here's the behavior that researchers find most fascinating and most misunderstood. Your cat follows you from room to room, sits outside the bathroom door while you shower, finds the exact chair you're about to sit in before you've even moved, settles at the foot of your bed every single night. People sometimes joke that their cat is just being strange or territorial, but behavioral studies tell a different story. Cats are not pack animals. They don't instinctively seek out company. So when a cat chooses to be near a specific person, not because it needs food, not because it needs the door opened, just to be near them, that is a choice, a genuine, deliberate choice. Dr. Kristen Vitale at Oregon State University conducted one of the most important cat behavior studies in recent years. She found that when cats are placed in an unfamiliar environment with their owner, the majority of them use their owner as a secure base, just like human infants use their caregivers. They explored more confidently when their owner was present. They were calmer. They looked back toward their owner for reassurance. This is called secure attachment, and it had never been clearly documented in cats before that study. What this means is that your cat isn't just tolerating your presence. It's anchored to you. You are its safe place. In a world that can feel uncertain and unpredictable, you are the constant your cat comes back to. Tell me that doesn't feel like love. So let's go back to the question we started with. Does your cat actually love you? Here's the honest answer. Cats don't love the way we do. They don't write it on their face. They don't rush to the door when you come home the way a golden retriever does. They don't whimper when you leave. They are not built for that kind of open, expressive, hard-on-sleeve affection. But they do something just as powerful, maybe more powerful, in its own quiet way. They choose you, over and over again, in 100 small, easily missed moments every single day. They choose to trust you with their eyes half closed. They choose to need against you in their most vulnerable state. They choose to follow you through every room in the house for no logical reason at all. They choose to learn your voice, memorize your patterns, figure out exactly what sound will make you look up from your screen. A creature that didn't need anyone, that evolved to be completely alone, looked at you and decided, this one I'll stay with. There's something a researcher said that I keep coming back to. She said that the relationship between humans and cats is one of the most unlikely partnerships in the entire animal kingdom. We didn't domesticate them the way we domesticated other animals. They kind of just showed up and we let them in. And somehow, over thousands of years, something real grew between two species that had absolutely no reason to connect. Your cat doesn't love you the way you love it. That's probably true, but maybe that's not the right measure, because what your cat offers is something rarer than the love we're used to seeing. It offers you the company of a creature that was never supposed to need company at all. It offers you trust from an animal that doesn't trust easily. It offers you its safest, most comfortable, most vulnerable self. And it offers that to you specifically. So the next time your cat climbs onto your lap for no reason, or sits at the end of your bed while you sleep, or slow blinks at you from across the room in the quiet evening light, don't wonder if it loves you, just slow blink back, because that's the language the two of you built together, and no science in the world can take that away.